Hey y'all, welcome back to YOLO Texas. Okay, so imagine it's 2 a.m. and you've had a long night out with friends and then you see it. A 24-hour donut shop that's serving up some of the most mind-bending, mouth-watering donuts you've ever tasted. Sound too good to be true? Well, up next, our resident expert JB Sauceda takes us on a delicious journey to one legendary establishment that takes the everyday donut to a whole new dimension.
Today I'm on Austin's world-famous 6th Street, where in college I spent a lot of time chasing down cheap beer. But this morning I'm looking for something you wouldn't expect to find in this area, breakfast. Only a few blocks from our beautiful state capital, you'd find the eclectic Voodoo Doughnut. Let's go.
Welcome to Voodoo Doughnut. Opened in Austin just 2 years ago, this Portland-based company has been making a name for itself for over a decade, delighting customers far and wide with its funky decor, friendly staff, and of course, its one-of-a-kind assortment of decadent donuts.
So we're here inside Voodoo Doughnut, and I am with Jester, and she is going to tell me a little bit about how you guys got started.
Cool. So we have two owners. So Trace owned this really famous venue called X-Ray Cafe, and Cat Daddy was like a wrestler, announcer, and they were like two really good friends. And one day they were like, dude, there's no donut shops in downtown Portland. 3 years later, they found this little hole in the wall in Portland and they started making donuts.
I don't think that it's a coincidence that y'all are located next to a bunch of bars on the busiest crazy street in the city of Austin. So y'all are open 24 hours, is that correct? And what's the most popular type of donut at 2 o'clock in the morning when all the bars let the crazies out?
The Old Dirty Bastard.
Okay.
It's a chocolate donut with Oreos and peanut butter,
okay.
And it's everyone's indulgence here.
So what goes into the creative process in making these donuts? Is there?
Oh, I think it's just all of our crazy, unique minds that come together. Every month we have a special, unique donut that either the staff gets to have an opinion in, or we make these extravagant centerpieces. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of our own personal creativity that goes into it.
Yeah, I saw when I was walking through that you guys had a bunch of LP albums over
yes.
on the
mm-hmm.
side. Is music an influence at all?
I would say that Voodoo is really consumed in pop culture and music. Yeah. That is what we are.
Cool, so I heard you guys are hiring and might need some extra help in the kitchen. I'd love to try out my hand. These hands, I can't say have ever designed a donut before, but I'd like to give it a try.
All right, let's do it.
So can we head back there and do it?
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Next up, I headed to the kitchen for a quick lesson on making the perfect Voodoo Doughnut. Let's just say I was no pro.
So tell me a little bit about how you guys approach the Voodoo doll donut.
So we have some rules.
Okay.
Rule 1, your Voodoo doll can never smile.
Okay.
Ever.
All right.
Because they're supposed to be sad, they're being stabbed.
Right.
2 colors, and a pretzel stick.
Okay, and the pretzel stick is the pen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So what do most people come in here asking to have put on a Voodoo doll?
You get a lot of sports teams, obviously, here in Texas.
All right.
And then for Halloween, we turn them into skeletons and goofy stuff like that. Sometimes you can turn it upside down and put eyes right here and make a little alien.
Okay.
Girls in bikinis.
Okay.
You name it, you can kind of do it.
I'm not gonna put any hair because I'm gonna pretend that this person's balding.
So I'm just gonna do maybe a swirl on his belly.
Unfortunately, Voodoo Doughnut making wasn't quite my forte.
Yeah, your technique is a little better than mine.
Cheers.
So, cheers. Can you walk me through some of the other selections that people can buy off the shelf? What's this one right here?
So right there you have the Portland cream. You got your dirt. That's vanilla and Oreo.
What is this one?
Marshall Mathers.
The Marshall Mathers,
mm-hmm.
covered in M&Ms.
So right there you got your bacon maple bar. Old Dirty Bastard,
okay.
or ODB, whatever
ODB.
You want to call it.
What is this megaphone that we have here?
It's a blunt.
A blunt, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah, it's a blunt, or if for little kids' birthday parties, ice cream cones.
Don't think this is one you guys carry often. It seems like y'all may have made it for my visit today, which
Maybe.
I'm pretty excited about. Okay, so can we dig in? I'm gonna go with this one. That's delicious.
Diabetic coma.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
One giant sugar rush later, and it was time for me to choose my top 3 favorites.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm gonna call my top 3
are probably the ODB, the maple bacon, and I think it's a tie between my captain, and the blunt.
I love the blunt.
Yeah,
it's like
fantastic.
the perfect amount of donut, especially
Yeah.
all the sweetness going on.
Yeah, it's great for
That's
the
a winner.
donut eater on the run. Yeah, I really appreciate you having me out here. This is fantastic. I feel like I need to go run around Town Lake
Yes.
and burn off the 9,000 calories that I just ingested. But yeah, I really appreciate you
Awesome.
having us through.
Yeah,
it's great.
anytime, come back.
Well, I tried over half a dozen delicious donuts. After all those calories, I think it's time for a run. Next time you're in Austin, though, come try out Voodoo Doughnut.
Want to check out Voodoo Doughnut for yourself? Visit the link below to learn more.